Good afternoon. I'm Mr. Shantz. I am going to teach you about absolute values and order of operations. Just something short, something quick, something to refresh the memory of those who forget. So, absolute value is the distance. Oh, let's see if I can spell the distance from zero on the number line. Oh, let's see if I can fix that spelling. Right? So, absolute value is the distance from zero on the number line. Another way to think about this is just if whatever the number is, just make it positive. So after you simplify, just make it positive. So when I say that, it probably doesn't make sense, but in practice, we can get it. So when we get the absolute value of negative 13, well, I'm thinking, how far is negative 13 from zero? Well, we can say it's just 13 numbers away. Or, like the second thing I said, just turn, but after simplifying, simplifying, make the number positive. So like this, 21, it's already simplified. Well, what's the absolute value of 21? We're going to say it's 21. We can call this, well, the absolute value of 3 is negative 3 is 3. And then we add that to, what's the absolute value of negative 5? It's 5. So, and then after you simplify the absolute value symbols, we just do what's 3 plus 5? 8. And I can go one by one and fix these up. Let's do 9 plus absolute value 8 is 8 equals 17. Awesome. And the last one in this example, pretty much 12 plus 15 equals 27. Now, when I mention simplify the absolute value first, what I say is pretty much, that's my little absolute value sign. But I got to think, what's 21 minus 17? 21 minus 17 is 4. Ah, that went away. Come on now. Come on now. There it is. It's 4. And that equals what? Well, the absolute value of 4 is 4. Right? And let's do this one right here. So the absolute value sign? What is absolute value of 15 minus 23? Well, what's 15 minus 23? That's 8. And then what's the absolute value of negative 8? That's 8. So there's many, many ways to do these, but I say always simplify inside if you can, and then work around from there. And then I'll do this last one. I think I did that right. I did. Oh, minus. Apologize. That's 9. Cool. Cool. So that's absolute values. Absolute values is just another definition type of thing that you just gotta figure out how to do. But it's pretty straightforward. Order of operations. Order of operations you've probably seen WOW before. I've been to schools where this is taught in 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, all the way up to like 10th. So if you haven't seen it, maybe because you might be in 9th grade right now, but if you have seen it, it's because it's something we've been doing forever. Order of operations is the order in which we simplify follows a specific pattern. And when I say order of operations, many of you guys think of the acronym PEMDAS, right? So the first letter in PEMDAS is P. P is parentheses, or other grouping symbols, So that would be if I had, well, we have parentheses, right? Or brackets, or other type of brackets, or absolute value signs. I apologize. So those are your 4 types of groupings. Groupings kind of separates itself from the rest of the equation. So if you ever have a number, it typically like separates itself from the rest of the equation. I.e., look at 16. See how the group, it kind of parentheses kind of, it kind of just takes it away. Anyway, E. E stands for exponents, and exponents are pretty simple. You guys remember what exponents mean? Exponents. So exponents would be like if I said like 7x raised to the 7th. I can't put a raised to yet, but I'll show you. Is x times x times x. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then my little example, I got to put a 7 here. So x to the 7th. Come on now. Is x times x, it's 7 times. Another example is I can put to the side. What is 4 cubed? Well, cube is just going to be 3. So it's really hard to write it using the software I'm using now, but x to the 4th is just 4 times 4 times 4, 3 times. Next, we have multiplication or division, MD, medical doctor, not really. So this is multiplication or division. And this is from left to right. Multiplication or division from left to right. And then lastly, we have AS, which is, as you can think of, addition or subtraction. And then again, this is from left to right. We go over a lot of these examples in class, but I can run through a few right now. Actually, I just want to know how long I've been doing this, so I can. It won't even tell me how long I'm doing this, so I'm just kind of winging it. Hopefully, this isn't too long of a video. So we'll do. I like this one. I like number 17. So when we do these, we want to do them in order. So do we have any parentheses? No. Do we have any exponents? P, no. Exponents, yes. So I'm going to underline the exponents, and then we can type in what we know. Well, what I like to do is I like to go 17 minus, and then I like to leave it just a little space to say, hey, maybe we can put something there. And then we'll do divided by 4, and then plus 6. Well, that's 56, plus 6, right? And I got to think of what is 5 squared. Well, 5 squared would be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, right? And for those who know, it is 32. Cool. That's good. Nice. Now what do we think? Well, here it is. Well, what's up next? Well, we could think of what do we do next? Well, we have no parentheses, no exponents. Do we have any multiplication or division? We do, right in the middle. So what's 32 divided by 4? So we'll leave what we know. I'll leave a space. No, plus 6. Well, for those who know, 32 divided by 4 is 8. Because if you count by fours, how long does it take to get to 32? 4, 18, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. So it's 8 times. Awesome. And then on the next step, we go, well, we have no parentheses. We have no exponents. We have no multiplication or division. Now I got to think of what's next, addition or subtraction. So we have a subtraction and then we have an addition. What do we do first? Well, since they're on the same line, we just do them from left to right. So what is 17 minus 8? 17 minus 8 is 9. And we just add 6. Let's put some spaces in there so it kind of mirrors it. And then lastly, what is 9 plus 6 is 15. Awesome. Well, and then I'm going to do one more example, and then we can be done. We'll do number 20. So when I'm looking at 20, I'm thinking, what do we do first? Do we have any parentheses? But I'd say yes, because parentheses doesn't just mean parentheses. It means anything that groups numbers together, or anything that keeps it kind of separate. So I'm thinking these absolute value signs is like a grouping symbol. So we'll do negative, and then we'll do the absolute value sign. I'll leave a little space. And then we'll do plus 12. I'll put the squared up later. Divided by 6 times 3. Let's put a little number up there. Let's do a 2 action. I got to think of what is negative 9 minus 10. And just a quick reminder, when you're adding numbers or subtracting numbers, if both numbers have the same sign, you add them and keep the sign. So if we have negative 9 minus 10, they both have a negative sign. So we add the numbers. What's 9 plus 10? 19. And then you just keep the negative sign in front of it. I'm trying to leave space to show. Next. Awesome. Now what do we do? Well, do we still have parentheses? We do. So we do negative, and then we'll do whatever the absolute value of negative 19 is. Most say it's 19 because it's 19 away. Awesome. And then we'll add, well, let's move this guy down. And we'll add 12 squared, I'll leave some room, divided by 6 times by 3. Oops, that's a 6 times by 3. Awesome. Amazing. Now I think of what is next. Well, do we have any parentheses? No. Exponents? Yes. So I'm thinking, write everything else down. Divided by 6 times by 3. Sorry, I'm kind of trying to make it a little bit neater. Now I got to think of what is 12 times 12? Well, you can count by 12 all the way through, but that's kind of annoying. So if you have a handy calculator, you just plug that into a calculator and you get 144. Or if you just know your times tables. I think it's important to know your times tables always because it gives you a leg up. It makes things quicker, but either way works. And then, like I said, we have no parentheses. We have no exponents. Do we have any multiplication or division? We do, right here, right? So we keep everything down, plus, and I'll leave a little space, and that division sign is going to go away. So what is 144 divided by 6? I'll just tell you because I'm a smart guy who just knows everything in the world. So we get 24, and we can keep simplifying this down. Plus sign. Well, 24 times 3 is 72. And then the last step, we just add these guys up, and we get 53. Awesome. So that concludes what I talked about today. We go over more examples and more in depth in class or